Hey guys, welcome back. In episode 4 today, we're going to build the main generator room. Wanted to use the fusion generators, but wanted them inside a building made out of concrete. But obviously they're slightly taller than a concrete wall, so they won't actually fit in without the power bit sticking up above the roof. To get round this, I've built sort of a 2-storey concrete build and gonna have it so that the generators themselves are on the floor of the building. It's relatively easy to do, as you can see here, and just putting up one of the walls to sort of just check to make sure I've got the bottom bit at the right height, because I didn't want it sort of full concrete heights. Yeah, it's a relatively simple build. Also, I'll be showing how to do the logic gates at the end of this to have a powered door that opens with a switch from both sides and can be closed from both sides as well. I will talk over that bit and explain it and how to do it. This bit here just sort of lowered the flooring so that the generators have actually got a floor to sit on, but as you can see, you have to sort of take a few bits apart and just put them back in for the floors to go in. For some reason, them curved bits, they didn't want to go with them there, so had to take the walls out and just put them back in. This is going to be the only building in this episode for today, because the next bits that I've got planned, I sort of had to work them out and plan what I wanted to do before I could record them, and this itself sped up took a bit longer than what I expected, so I thought, well, instead of doing something else and it sort of going over the 20-minute mark, I'd rather do a slightly shorter video. So this comes in at just over 14 minutes, I think it is. Also, not that I do it in this, but I've decided to add the radio beacon on top of the generator room, which you'll see in a later video, unless I decide to move it again, which I'm not 100% sure yet. I hope you're all enjoying this series so far. Please let me know in the comments if you're enjoying it, and if you'd like me to carry on once this settlement's been built and do another series of it at a different settlement and things. Also possibly going to look at maybe on a Wednesday now doing a let's play sort of walkthrough of some of the games that I've got, some of my favourites, like for instance the Last of Us, and the Batman series, possibly Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain, and things, just to give a bit of different content on my channel and hopefully help my channel grow. So now gonna build some steps for this, and gonna do them separately and then put them into place afterwards. Quite a good tip here for making steps is, as you can see, I've put a small wall on the back and then a small concrete pillar in front, took it off and raised it up. Using another concrete pillar to just step the wall back slightly and then connect small floors to it, and just keep repeating this process to the height that you want the steps. You can go slightly over the height and then sink them in the ground slightly, but when I do this I tend to try and get them as close to the height as possible. It does take sort of 2 or 3 trial and errors, and it's worth sort of, before you group select them and move them into place, just to quick save, and then that way if you don't quite get them lined up or anything, you can just reload the save and group select them again and move them into place, because see, once they're there you can't group select them without it selecting the rest of the building as well. Also, that's handy for if they're not quite the right height and you need to add an extra one on top or something. As you can see, I've now built them, and jump up into the build, hold X to select all, and I'm just using the R1 button and the analog stick to just move them into place, and then L1 and the left analog stick to lift them up and down slightly, and that's pretty much it. And then just gonna fill the sides of the walls in, and I'm quite happy with the way this staircase turned out. It sort of suits the building and it looks quite good. Just put a few railings up on the sides as well, just to make it look a bit more filled in. Now comes the explanation of the logic gates. You want an AND gate, and I think I use a NOT gate. Yeah, a NOT gate. You also want two switches, one either side of the doorway as well. That line that's connected to the power conduit at the moment, that's just to keep the door open just while you wire it up, and then it can be removed afterwards. Now, the way that it works, you want the power from your generator. Oh, I'll do it the other way around. The switches, both switches going into the input of the AND gate. Here I'm just using the wire glitch where you attach a conduit to the power and then hover over the wire and press triangle, and it gives you an invisible wire to be able to attach. You then go from the AND gate to the NOT gate, and then from the NOT gate output to the door conduit. I had to wire glitch it because the conduit's slightly sitting in the wall, but it still works the same. It looks a bit messy at the moment, but once you've got the wires in place, you can take away the wires that you don't need. And then it's just a case of supplying power from the generator down to the two switches. You will have to use the wire glitch again on the outside one. Just connect it to the power, and then that gives you a doorway that will open and close from both sides with the switches. I hope that was clear enough. If you didn't understand it fully, then send me a comment and I'll do another video on it and slow it down and sort of have it spread out a bit more so that you can see it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe, and I'm thankful to all of you that have subscribed and enjoy watching my videos and content, and I hope to speak to you all again soon. Cheers guys, I'll speak to you later, bye.